Hey guys, Swag Asian here, and today I want to talk about a streamer who I think goes by the name of We Found the Body or something like that, just being a complete dickhead to one of his viewers for almost literally like no reason whatsoever, and got himself in a huge controversy. And people are getting annoyed on Twitter because you know the process of being in a controversy on Twitter, guys. But anyways, so basically what happened is this guy was going about his business, he was streaming, and an active viewer returns after not being active in chat for a while. And the streamer asks where they've been and how they're doing since they haven't been active in chat for a while. So we all know how a normal human interaction goes, right? You get asked a question and you answer it. And so the viewer does. And then for some reason, this streamer, We Found the Body, starts getting rather annoyed at the person for what they had said. And no, it wasn't like a troll or anything. They didn't say no fuck shit. There was no racist shit being said. You don't know what they said? They literally just broke the news that their mother had recently passed away, which is absolutely devastating for anyone to go through. And you would expect the streamer to just quickly give his condolences and move on, sorry for your loss. I hope you get better soon or something. No. This guy instead starts berating the viewer on how they shouldn't drop bombshells like that in chat and how it's a huge bummer and ruining his day. And you know what? What the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you scolding this person in front of what I'm going to have to assume is maybe a few hundred viewers when their mother has just passed away? And I do understand the goal of this because maybe he would class this as trauma dumping on him. And if any of you don't know what trauma dumping is, it's basically when someone overshares details of their trauma very suddenly, and it can make the listener very uncomfortable. And it's kind of a dick move because, unless it's someone like a close friend or a close family member, most people aren't there to exist as a makeshift therapist for you. But besides, in my opinion, this individual didn't really trauma dump on the streamer, as he literally asked, hey, where have you been and why haven't you been here? And the viewer responded appropriately. It's not like he was going into major detail and being like, I think I'm going to kill myself and I'm just so depressed and I need help. He literally just gave the reason, and that was it, nothing else. But anyway, so he probably thought the viewer was trauma dumping on him, which I personally have to disagree with, but that's besides the point. However, this is his chat. If he doesn't want that shit in there, that's his choice. It's his chat, does whatever he wants. However, he could have handled it a lot differently. For example, instead of complaining, he could have just been like, hey man, that's some tragic news, hopefully you feel better soon, but for future reference, could you avoid dropping bombshells like that in the chat? And that would have allowed him to avoid the controversy. But instead, this guy decides to start trying to lecture the viewer and shit, which backfired on him, because ultimately all he did was get himself wrapped up in a controversy, and he longed out the situation by lecturing them instead of giving a quick and brief reply and moving on. So if anything, this dickhead ruined the vibe of his own stream. But anyways, I'm gonna roll the clip and you guys can see the shit I'm talking about.
Curvy, where the fuck have you been? Oh my god, well tell you what, Miss Dirty Curvy, you know what we're not gonna do? We're not gonna talk about it in my chat. Because it's Friday, and that is a whole big bucket of bummer. And I'm sorry for your loss, but we're not doing that in my fucking chat. You said, no, that's fine. You asked, so I told. No, I didn't ask you to tell me the biggest fucking bummer news in the world. I said, hey, what's up? How are you? You know what? Let me give you a little bit of a lesson, Miss Nerdy Kirby. When something really, really bad is going on in your life, and in a public forum, someone asks you, hey, what's up? How are you? There are two acceptable responses. Good, and you know what? I'll make it through. That's it. How are you? Good, or you know what? I'll make it through. Awesome. Love to hear it. Heavy news like that, when someone asks, hey, where have you been? You don't need to tell them, well, my dog died, my husband left me for a younger woman, my house burnt down, and my car got stolen, so I've been a little bit busy, that's why I haven't been around. Because it's like, oh god, like like, like if someone asks, like, hey, what's up, where have you been, and it's heavy, just be like, I had a bunch of shit going on, so I've been lying low for a little while. Got it.
I'm pretty sure this is a shortened clip too, so this guy really went on a whole rant about this shit, which is just so uncalled for. Like, he's making it suck for himself. You can just say, yeah, that sucks, hope it gets better and move on. But this guy stays hard stuck on the topic because for some reason, he's so triggered over it, which seems kind of strange to me. Like, it's just common courtesy. So if you don't want to talk about it, briefly address it and move on. Don't make it the subject of the entire stream. Like, we all get what the guy is trying to say, but the logic just doesn't really apply. But I guess the fault is kind of on the viewer as well, because if this is the guy that you're watching, why would you tell him news like this? Because if you're an active viewer, surely you would know that he would react like this, right? Like, I don't know, maybe he was having a bad day or something. And this guy just talks about how it's a big bucket of bummer. Like, really? Oh, wow. No shit. How do you think the viewer feels? Like, they are 10 times more bummed than you are right now. So just allow it with the complaining. He also talks about how there's only 2 acceptable responses to, hey, how are you? First of all, no, there's not. There's way more than 2 responses. Second of all, you should know how a conversation works by now, buddy, since you look pretty seasoned to me. And the fact that you think this is crazy, because when you try to teach someone about social etiquette, when you yourself have clearly shown to not have any of that. I mean, it's an open question. The response could have been anything, my guy. It's not like a yes or a no question. Unless you're a boring ass dry motherfucker, you don't just reply with good or bad. You can reply with, yeah, mine was good, how was yours? Or be like, yeah, it was good, and start explaining why it was good. This could also be done vice versa as well. For example, yeah, mine was bad, how was yours? You know what I'm saying? You literally asked them, why haven't they been in the chat for a while? You started the conversation and then got mad because the person wasn't being positive enough. Like, bro, their mum just died. Do you want them to be like, yeah, nah, it's cool, man, I'm just going to soldier through it and walk it off? Because unfortunately, that's not how most people operate, my friend.
That's it. How are you? Good? Or, you know what? I'll make it through. Awesome. Love to hear it. See, there you go. Or Prom's response. Yeah, I said, Prom, how are you doing? She says, I'm alive. There you go. Oh, I asked you where you were. Look, Mr. Curvy, I'm just subtly trying to tell you that unloading really heavy news in people's chats on Twitch is not like good etiquette.
Yeah, nah, bro, nothing about this was subtle, mate. How can you say you were subtly trying to tell them this was wrong? While you were like, you know, no, we're not going to do that in my fucking chat. Like, you know, you were ranting for a few minutes. That's not subtle at all, boss man. Like, no, we're not going to have that in my fucking chat. You know, we're not going to fucking do that. Like, you were just going off in a dream or something, like autonomously rambling. Because if you think that's subtle, man, you need to check the definition of my friend. Like, just stop lying to yourself and just accept it and own up that you know you fucked up and move on. Nobody would have held you for that. Like, is it really that hard to not go off on someone for something so minor? And this could possibly lead to trolling in the future, because we can see here that this guy will essentially blow up over minor things. And you know what people are like? They're going to see this as an opportunity to troll this guy, and no one's going to be sorry about it. People already don't like him because of this controversy, so I don't see why they wouldn't. Like, the internet is ruthless, guys. You know that. I get it. It could be slightly annoying, but at the end of the day, there was no justification for this reaction. And he's sitting there saying, oh, I'm not trying to rip you a new one, when there's literally a clip of him ripping them a new one. However, he has come out and apologised and shit, so fair play to him. But I'm going to read out the tweet for you right here, guys, so here we go. In response to Nerdy Curvy, my reaction to the news she shared in chat while I was live, my apologies to her. That was a cunty reaction. I shouldn't have been such a douche. I was just annoyed from the repeated trauma dumping that had been happening that week. My mistake. Now, whether this apology was genuine or not is up for debate. I mean, I don't usually like to accuse people of things, so I'm going to leave it as it is and hope that he was being genuine. Although he very well could have been apologising because there is a controversy and he's not actually sorry. Because to be fair, the clip of him being a dickhead has 3 million views, so I don't know, maybe. But I want to put my trust in that guy, so I will. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I did say I would upload every day, and I did. So, like, you know, I'm on my grind now, I promise. I did say that. I'm going to try to keep that. But yeah, like, subscribe, turn post notifications on, comment balls if you made it to the end of the video, so I know you're a real one. And I'll see you guys later.